This cooking and nutrition portion brought to you by Save On Foods.
Chef and holistic nutritionist Andrea Potter from Rooted Nutrition always has an interesting and healthy spin on many popular recipes. And today she's with me here to do exactly that. Andrea, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So what are we doing today?
So my comfort food when I was a kid was shepherd's pie, and it has ground meat on the bottom, usually some peas mixed in, and then some whipped potatoes on top.
Right.
So I'm just kind of revising that recipe and using a lot of the same flavors.
Okay, but instead of the meat, we're going to use lentils.
We're using lentils, and today we actually have sprouted lentils and beans, and we'll talk a little bit about that.
Okay, so here are all the ingredients. Where do we get started?
I'm going to use this to do the topping, and the topping, rather than just using potato, which is not great for you in a lot of ways. It's comforting,
Right.
but it's high on glycemic index, not great for weight loss and stuff.
Right.
So to make it a little more interesting, we're, in addition to a little bit of potato, we're going to add some parsnip and some turnip. So I'm going to get you to peel these, and then we'll just chop them roughly. And the inside, I'll get working on the filling. Does that sound good?
Sure, let's do that.
So I'm tying some herbs,
Right.
rosemary, sage, and thyme, so that when we cook the lentils, they start absorbing the flavor.
Right.
And this is a big cheat, but I'm using the food processor. You can finely chop these. You could put them on the grater if you want, but I am going to put them in the food processor. This is a quick dinner idea.
Right.
It's a little hard on the eyes, but we have a pretty uniform kind of shape here.
Right.
That's all we're looking for. I'm just going to start with a little bit of sunflower oil in the pot.
Okay.
So just add your celery, carrots, onion to the pot. I do it around medium.
Okay.
It's called sweating the vegetables. When you don't want to fry them so that they're brown.
Okay.
You just want them to start to release their water.
Right.
Not bad. I'll just chop these up.
Okay.
So we're essentially just making like mashed potatoes, but we're just adding other veggies to it as well.
Okay. Just to substitute the potatoes.
Yeah. So if you want to pop all of those into the pot.
Okay.
Great. So I'm going to pop these on the stove in the back.
Okay.
And in the meantime, I've toasted and ground some herbs here. I've got cumin, a little bit of fennel seed, some black pepper.
Okay.
And I've also got a little bit of flaxseed, and then I ground it all together.
Okay. And that goes into the
That goes into the carrot, celery, onion mix.
Right.
So usually I soak lentils. These ones I'm not soaking. Well, I found recently on the market here, at least, we're finding these sprouted lentils. And these don't keep their shape really well, so I don't use them for lentil salads.
Okay.
But they're great if they're going to be a little bit mushy for things
Right.
like soups or this kind of
Shepherd's pie, yeah.
Okay, so what we've got going on over here, the carrot, celery, onion are cooking down with the spices. And once you start to smell the spices, can you get that black pepper hit a
Right.
little bit?
Yes.
And then you add the lentils,
Okay.
and then just stir them to coat the lentils with the oil, and then you get the flavor. And then that vegetable stock
Right
can
here?
go in there. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to pop a lid on this, let it cook for around 20 minutes, half an hour.
About medium heat?
Yep, until it's all absorbed. Cook this, mash it until it's fine or chunky, depending on what you like. And then we'll come together and assemble the shepherd's pie.
Okay, sure. So our lentil shepherd's pie has been in the oven, and how do we know it's done?
It's just a little bit brown on top,
Okay.
and then it's ready to go.
All right, it's time to try it now? Okay. So word of caution, it's going to be really hot, right?
It is going to be pretty hot.
Yeah. It's a perfect substitute for vegetarians, and this tastes equally amazing.
And the thing I love about it is that even people who aren't vegetarian
Right.
can really get behind it, and eating more lentils kind of benefits everybody.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for being on the show and showing us this great adaptation of a conventional shepherd's pie
My pleasure.
using lentils. You can check out more about this recipe in today's Vancouver Sun or go to the website vancouversun.com/empoweredhealth.